Hi, Cecilia.
Hi, Catherine.
How are you?
I'm good.
Oh, today is just a great day for both of us, isn't
It
it?
is,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
amazing. It
Yes.
actually is. And
Mhm.
I've brought you here
Yeah.
because when I started this, I really just wanted to have everybody I look up to
Mhm.
talk with me about this because I
Mhm.
do get advice
Mhm.
when I do these. And the topic I chose today because we had a conversation prior
Mhm.
and I was like, I really need you to expound on this, like with me. And with my small amount of viewers because I just love you so much. So the topic is being content in singleness, sort of like
Mhm.
preparing for marriage, yes, but also like living and being you and
Mhm.
growing in God
Mhm.
in the meantime. And we're just gonna like get right into it. So I know a lot of people, especially in Bible college,
Yeah.
they feel like, oh, we need to get married, especially like between the like 20 to like even like up to 30, like whoever is here, like if they're not in a relationship, they're like, oh my gosh, I need to get like
Mhm.
start dating like
Yeah.
right now. Like I should be married. Like
Yeah.
they see people like getting married really young and they're like, oh, I need to like get on top of my Zoom.
Yeah.
Like we need to
Yeah. Yeah.
get into
Mhm.
it. But like, how do you like deal with that?
Yeah. So personally, my like dating history for myself, because I think every individual is different. I think that for me, like I've been dating since like the third grade. Like
All right.
I had my little boyfriend pass me the note, you my girlfriend, yes or no. You know,
I
like
remember those
it was
days.
never like serious, obviously, because I was a kid, even through high school. I knew that like this is for fun. It sounds really bad, but I was like, this is for fun. Like this is like, I like you. It's innocent, it's cute. Never went further than what I wanted to. I always had that little safety net, like I'm not going to marry this person. But I definitely think that when I turned 18, I was like, okay, well, I can't be like just dating for fun
Yeah.
because now in college, it's serious and I don't want to like hurt anybody or hurt myself. I also became I think that when I was in high school, it was like 2014 to 2017. And that's like a really big time when like feminism became a really big thing. And I didn't want to admit it until I got here, but I really did adopt a lot of that culture and ideologies. And I didn't realize it till I got here. I was very ain't need no man, independent woman.
Yeah.
If I get a man, if I get a man, it's because, we
Just God told you that you
God
need.
told me that this is your husband. And I definitely want kids and like, want to be married. So I was like, well, eventually. So in my young 20s, like my early 20s, I was very like, I don't need no man. Like that's the last thing in my hair, I'm gonna get my money. If it happens, it happens. Also, there was no one there in my church. Like I didn't have like a dating pool anyway, so it was a lot helpful. But coming here at the age of 25, I think I definitely was like, whoa, like time is ticking. Like I haven't like talked to anyone. Like if I'm gonna get married, like by 27, I gotta start dating now. Like I gotta start putting myself out there. And I remember coming here, and I had so much anxiety.
Yeah.
Like I was just like, I'm not even ready for any of this, but I just gotta put myself out there. Like I just gotta be open and available. Like I just gotta be available. And I'm just like, oh God, I'm so stressed out. Like what are you gonna do? Like I don't have this in my time frame. Like I don't see anybody that I like. Like first of all, I don't even see anyone I like. Like I don't even like I'm not connecting with anyone that's not my age. Like I'm with all these young kids. I was just like, what do I do? What do I do? And I remember I was just like sobbing my eyes out with chapel and God just like had this peace come over me and he just told me like, it's not your time.
Yeah.
I have you. And I remember just being like, oh, like I don't have to like do it myself. Like I don't have to like randomly pick some guy and be like, okay, that's the person I'm gonna marry, And so I remember that's what kind of happened with it. And then God started to say, like, or I did have a crush on somebody. And I do remember God telling me, like, they're healed. I was like,
ooh. Why do you eat me up with that too?
I was like, and it just like put me in check. And oh man, I'm telling you, every time I pray and I go into my like, alone time with God, he just has me dealing with love. And I'm like he's just like, you need to love me. And he kept bringing like marriage into my head, and I'm just like I said, I'm just very like but he was like your ideologies adopted this, and like if you want to be a true woman of God, if you want to be what you need to be, that's Bible, not on what you think, not on what world's ideologies have put in you. Like I don't know. Oh, like I don't know how though. I just never was those girls that were like, girls that are here that I talk to, which is beautiful, wonderful for them. But it was just so weird for me to be in the room and then be like, I can't wait to be a wife and cook for my husband and have the kids and never do anything. And I was just like, oh, like that's crazy. Like, like for me, I'm like, I want my own money.
I want to travel.
Like I want to travel. I was like that's crazy. Like all you want to do is get married and just be a wife. Like, like I was like mind blown. Like I was just like, that. And so God was like, about that. Like, because being a woman, like a woman in the Bible, really is. And like in reality, in life, like we are created to recreate, to have kids, to be with this other person. Like that's kind of like what, that's like our function. But and when you learn it in God's eyes, you're like, I get to be like all that, but it's like it's a lot to learn. And so I think that's kind of been my journey of being single.
Yeah, I totally agree. I remember like last semester I went through a whole not talking stage, but talking stage, and when I prayed about it, God was like, Catherine, you're not even close to ready to me dating, much less a wife. And I was like, oh, you're so right, because the way and I read this that essentially marriage, the husband and wife is God in the church. You're literally representing God in the church, and it's so like I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but it's so like odd to me, where it stands out to me that there are certain things the church has to like do or go through before God even wants to like raise him up. Like there's certain things I have to do before I can get a man. And I'm like, oh, I have to heal from past things. Like I have to be like I'm family oriented, but I have to be more family oriented. I have to like be willing to give like 100% of myself to people. Because normally I'm so used to like just locking myself in my room. And just like, oh, I'll see y'all at dinner time sometimes. But like now I have to be like, oh, let me call them and check in on them and actually like make time out of my day to checking on each and every one of my family members and friends and have my own life, because I think growing up I feel like is it an anxious avoidment, I think, where I sort of cling to people a lot and I sort of make sort of their identity my own. And I had no sense of self. Yeah, it was so bad. God had to like God is still like working on that. And it's like everything like what they would do, I like their friends are my friends. And everything is like so we're joined and I have like, oh, I'm this person's girlfriend. I'm not Catherine. I'm their girlfriend. And I think I had to like really do some like self reflection where I'm like, oh, I need my own things. Because even though I'm going to be married and I'm going to spend like half of my time with this person, I still need a sense of like individuality. Like I still need my own friends. I still need my me time. I'm going to still need some girls to go hang out with and go talk to because my only friend can't be my husband. He's my best friend, but he shouldn't be my only friend. And when I realized it, I was like, oh, so I have to go interact with people. I have to like pray more. I have to make sure my prayer life is solid on my own. And our prayer life is solid like, on our own before we come together, because I can't be relying on him. Even though he's the head and I'm submitting, I can't be relying on his prayers only. I gotta go pray up too. And it's so odd and it's such a journey to go through, and not only just like pray and have that relationship with God, but also like having so like a full life. Because church is hectic. Like there's a lot of things we do. The conferences, the schoolwork, the administrative work if you help out at church.
Yeah.
And even if after like just going or doing all that, then if you like help out with like the service in and of itself, that's a lot of work. And to like actually sit down and really say, okay, I'm gonna work on myself, my ministry, my calling, perfect that because God's gonna line it up with whoever you get married to, and you're gonna have to be on your A game so that they can be on their A game because you're a helpmeet to them. You're gonna help them to do better, and whatever you might end up doing, if it's not good, it's gonna affect them. And I just like it's so insane. But I also, and I need to know if you like experience this, but people from your church or even your friends, like old friends, where they're like, "Oh, I can see you getting married soon. See you getting married soon." I got that so much, bro. I left Jamaica in right after high school, and I went to university for 4 years. And they would tell me, "Oh, you're gonna get married by the time you finish with that. Oh, next time you come back, you're gonna be dating." I'm like, okay,
Where you at?
where is he?
I know. So I would say that when I left for here, definitely everyone was not like so much like I see, or like it was more so like the jokes of like, well, like you're gonna come back. Why? Like,
It's a Bible college.
Bible college, and I was just, and you know what? I think I did take that with me too.
Yeah.
Because I was like, well, they must be joking around about it so much. Like maybe we'll just like have like maybe like first semester, like at least I'll like, and especially because I knew the freshman rule, but I was like, I'm 25, like. There's no way that like someone won't like pique interest. Which is true. There was a couple people that piqued interest, but like I said, God was like, like with somebody that was so healthy and so, and I didn't even really have a crush on this person. Like this, my crush that was by myself, but I was like crying, praying, and God was like, "You're not who he is," and I was like, "Oh." With this other one, it was like months later, and it was like he was like this most like healthy, nothing like any guy I've ever dealt with. So I was like, whoa, like, what is this? Talked for like a week. And God was like, hey, you're going to destroy him. It's not going to work. Like, it's not, no. Like, you are nowhere to be with this person. It wasn't even him, it was me. It was like, it's not him, it's you. Like, you will be his first toxic relationship. You need to, like, because of my own stuff. Like, I just saw all this stuff. He had no idea. We're just talking. So he has no idea, but I could feel things in me. I could like hear things in me that I was just like like I would be toxic. Like, like I was just like
that little tick. You're like, ooh.
Yeah. And it was just like, and then it got confirmed by Pastor Ellis. I know that. Because at this point for me, I'm in it for marriage. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, and it's just because games are not. Like, it's just like, it's either like yes or no. Like, I'm not playing games. And so it shocks me when I hear people that, wait, 2 years ago, and then we broke up. I'm like, oh, God is quick with God is quick with me. Like, it's either a yes or a no. Yeah. Like, yes, no. And it's just like being single. I think it's a blessing, though. I really do. And the reason why is, one, I have avoidant attachment styles. I'm opposite you. I'm very like, you like me, and if I like you, I'm running away. Like, I'm like, no, because it's so serious. I'm like, I'm commitment. Like, no, but like, I think this season in time, like even going home this summer, like I'm telling you, like I will not be talking to anybody. And the reason why is because they can wait for me when I get here if I'm supposed to be somebody. Because I really do believe if I'm going to be in this, like your season of singleness is so short. It feels long because of like where we're at right now. Yeah. But like we've only been alive for this amount of time, right? And then once we get married, that's it.
It's forever.
It's forever. And so for me, like I just feel like in this, it's the season of singleness. It really is going to show God, like, okay, like, how much are you, like, about me? And, like, your love for me. Like, God was like, you need to fall in love with me.
Oh yeah.
And with yourself.
Oh, I got goosebumps right there.
And with yourself. I was like you, and if you want a powerful man of God, if you want all these things, you have to be that. So how are we going to be that if we're not putting in that work? And it's not about being this woman of God for your husband. It's about your own relationship with God. And it's just like, I told God recently, like, honestly, I know we're supposed to like pray for our husbands every day. I hate doing it. I feel so picky. I feel like like it's just like so. I hate it, but I still do it. Like I'm just like, okay, time for the husband. So God,
there we go.
All right, I pray he's good. And he's just
God fearing.
I was like, take it down. I was like, go ahead and if I'm
Yeah.
I'm out here suffering, he's out here suffering. But no, like, he should not be with me.
Oh,
but
so funny.
Like I just been praying, that God will just help me in this season and to prepare me for marriage, prepare me for this person. I also prayed, God, like have him find me when I'm not out with myself. Like let him on his own. See, and let it be organic. You know what I mean? Like not like I want someone to like truly see me. You know what I mean? Instead of just like all displayed at chapel worship. It's like, all right, dude, yeah, but like that scene, like I don't know, maybe see me randomly walking to chapel. You know? Like just those beautiful little intimate moments. I get that. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's how my parents I think that's how my parents met. Like they worked the same place, but they didn't know each other. My mom was saved, my dad wasn't. And she would just walk everywhere. And he walked up to her one day, he's like, you're gonna be my wife. She's like over my dead body. Wow. Because she's like, first of all, you're not saved. Second of all, I don't even know who you are. She's like, I don't even know who you are. Stranger danger. Yeah. And then he years later they ended up coming to church. He ended up coming to church and they were good friends. And then eventually he was like, all right, yeah. He thought it was joking. Recording though. And I just thought it was so beautiful. But what you said about sort of like working on yourself before like doing anything else, I think it's so easy to sort of like make marriage this God, if I'm going to be so real. Like a lot of people make it like, oh, I need to get married. I need to find a guy. And whoever talks to them, it's like, oh, sure. I'm all right, ready to get married. Let's start dating now. And I'm like, no. Like, yeah, it's gorgeous. Marriage is beautiful. I love the idea of it. The sort of like covenant and being this, becoming one with somebody. That's insane to me that God can like allow that to happen. Because I have roommates and I can barely live with them sometimes. No, literally. Sometimes I'm like, what if I just want to but he's gotta have like a whole meal, like you know what I mean? Like yes, and sort of like learning to cook every night, or not every night, but like every other night, having sort of this like together time, and I'm like, that's insane to think about and to really just like conceptualize, and for me to be like, okay, God, like there are so many things I need to learn, not only spiritually but like financially. Yeah. I need to learn how to save better. Oh, I need to, money's like the number one. I need to know how to do my taxes. Yeah, money's the number one argument in marriages. Oh, 100. Yes, it is. Like, you need to make sure that you guys are equally yoked on the mindset of that. Equal. Yeah. So equal. Yeah. Like, oh, yeah. Like, what's your credit score? Like, how much do you like to spend? Yeah. And, spending. How much you spend. That's something I still need to work on. Like, I'll get paid and I'm like, oh, I feel to go thrifting right now. I feel like God blessed me to. Yeah. Like when I'm, yeah. I want to treat myself. Like why else would I get paid? Like one of my friends were like, one of my roommates were like, like she wasn't gonna get dinner. She's like, I got paid and I feel like God blesses me so I can go and buy dinner. And I'm like, I can buy dinner is crazy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I'm like, stuff like that, like homemaking skills. Do I know how to run a home? Like, I
I'm gonna out myself. I'm gonna out myself here. Like I'm here texting in the group chat so you can follow.
No, laundry is the biggest. So it's funny because I will cook, eat,
everything.
Don't worry, but that laundry, babe, I'm sorry. Go ahead and fold
hate it so
Go
much.
ahead and fold it and hang and put it away. I'll put it in the wash.
Oh, 100%. I'll wash it. I'll dry it. But it's putting it back up.
The folding and
it's the folding.
Is just, I can't with it. It's just, and then with the kids.
Oh my god. I knew this couple, and she would say that when they just got married, like when they were dating, everything was like all roses. It's great. They started living together within like the first 2 months. She and her family, they don't really like fold their clothes. Like they'll just like put it to one side and just like use it and move on. And like eventually it'll get put up. But he was like very OCD. Like he needed things like folded immediately. And after like 2 months, he's like, I can't. He's like, we need to fix this right now because I'm gonna be done. Because he was like, people with OCD is like really serious. And there's just so many like little intricate things that we have to make sure we can do by ourselves before we include anybody else. Like that's so serious to me. And for like even like now we're in college, we have to, I know it's so hard. The schoolwork here, like I know it's not like it's hard, but it's hard to balance everything. Sort of like have a lot like amplified social life and ministry. Because normally at church you're not really doing schoolwork, but then when you throw schoolwork into it and you're like having a last semester we had like a conference every week. Also, we don't really have like exactly church. Like it's like it's like whatever it is times 10. Yeah. So we have to like do all of these things and then have that plus social life. I don't think I have that proper for social life. Like I'm here like trying to wind down from work. I know, I don't really see it. Going right. Like, hey, where are you? And you're like, don't worry about it. Like, okay, my bad. Like going from like work to then going to some church thing and then having schoolwork to do to having like that balance is insane. But I mean, clearly it like calms down when you come out of school because you're not gonna be doing schoolwork. You're not gonna be going to church as much, but still it's learning to sort of balance your me time and your them time and your friend time and still church things. Like if you're thinking of working when you're married or if you think of being a stay-at-home mom, still a lot of work because at that point you're like pouring a lot into the church. Like I know Sister Meeks teaches music and I saw her like she has like a section of her desk that she has a list of things to do and it was full. Like she has a whole bunch of church things to do. Then her like her son is getting married, so she has a lot of things to do for the wedding. Then she has stuff for her children. She has stuff for like she's cooking every night and all of that. I was like, oh, so she's like, yeah, that's what you're gonna go into. I was like, it's like, do I want to get married? I was like rethinking it. Maybe I want to be a nun. You know. I said that the first semester. I literally was like, if we were Catholic, I'd be a nun, and I would go work in the orphanage. Like I would be like, I would be like, I don't need all this. That like, is so real. I was like, if they had like a Pentecostal version of those nuns, that would have been me. Yeah. Like, what am I doing? I will go Let me go sing and just oh. Like, that is so real. I'm like, I just don't want someone to tell me what to do. And she's like, Cecilia. She's like, it's different because. Like my mom's told me, like, when you love somebody, right? You want to cook them. You want to do that. It's a love. Yeah. You know, it's like when you have your baby. She's like, think about your baby. Like, you want to dress bro, for other people's baby. I'm like, I literally want to just do everything. You want to wash the baby. You want to feed the baby. You want to love and kisses and hugs. Love. Yeah. And it's
you're gonna want to do those things. Yeah. And that made me feel a lot better because I was stressed. I was like, I don't want to care less. But it's because every night. You don't have that love for just anybody. Like we're not out here just loving people. Like, you know what I mean? You gotta work on it. Out love. Gotta work on it. But like for that type of like covenant, that's why you need to make sure like it really is the right are right for them. You need to make sure you're in a lot of spiritualness as well. Are you bearing fruits? You know? Like that's huge. You know? And it's like that verse, the love is patient. All these things, like, but are you those things? Do you have that?
Are you humble?
Yeah. Like, do you have those? And then you can treat your friends. Are you submitted to your pastor? Like, just like all these things, like tie into. Are you ready for that person?
That is so true, and I've come to that realization and sort of like using it to be someone I'm proud of, someone God's proud of, someone He's gonna be proud of, and it's so exciting. Like I feel like people think that it's like, oh, I'm single. It's so bad. It's so I can go anywhere and not tell people. I can go out and not tell a soul.
I can miss somebody
and no one will care.
I can just be like, walk away. Like
I can take compliments and I'm chilling.
Yeah.
Like I'm good. I can say, oh, you know what? I feel like flying to this place. And guess what?
I can also barely hold on to my own emotions, let alone someone else's. Like take on another person's. That. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It's just God's preparing us. I feel like it's a really beautiful season. I feel like it's a short season.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think it's like what Kate said yesterday. Like that really spoke to me. Like he was just talking about God's timing, and you need to make sure that you're not rushing, you're not forcing anything, because when you're lingering, forcing all these things, that's when the mess happens.
Yeah,
that's when it's bad, and you set yourself back. And the best part about the singleness is that we're the girl.
Yep.
I don't gotta do anything.
You don't.
You genuinely do not need. They always say to drop the hanky. Okay, sure, but you really don't need to. If a man sees you
and he genuinely
wants you, if he wanted to, he would. Okay.
That's the phrase of the century.
There's even some people where they know you're not ready and they'll wait for you. Even if you don't like them, they wait, and you're just wow.
Yeah.
So it's just you don't have to throw yourself out there. You don't have to look at me. The right one's gonna see you.
Yep.
And it's gonna happen at the right time. And I hate it when people do that. But it really is.
It is.
Just minding your own business and boom.
You're like, oh. And they probably someone you considered a friend for the longest while, and you're like, actually wait.
Yeah.
Were you always this
Especially
cute?
Here in this place. It's a new episode every week. I'm like, wait, I see you different than I saw you before.
Yeah.
Oh wait, this person now. Wow, and they were friends from that's crazy. You never know, and especially if you're gonna be here, another year. This year's already been a lot. I don't even know what's gonna happen next year. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh, I'm terrified.
But you have to be prepared. I feel like if your eyes are slowly looking up at him.
Did you research that line?
No, I just believe it.
Ooh,
I literally have it in my Bible. I forgot the verse, but it was literally something about and when I look up, something like that. I have it in my Bible, but I read it every day because I don't want my eyes to be lurking and wandering.
Yeah,
I want my eyes up here, and I want to be in right covenant. And so it's God. The whole what Cassie and all were talking about. God, I trust you. I trust you, but you're not trusting. You need to let go. And you need to be God, I'm uncomfortable. I'm a very controlling person. So it's how I feel. And it's just God, I give it to you. If you're gonna make it happen, if you're gonna open doors, if you're gonna do all this, okay, but I want my eyes just going in. This is who I go to. And even when someone does approach or come to you, like my biggest advice was like, I wouldn't go to your friends or anything. I would purely go
100%.
straight to God, and that's it, and keep it between you, him, and God. And then obviously whichever pastor is in your life, Pastor Ellis or your own pastor, or like just make sure that you just have everything in mind because friends, yes, your friends. I do believe your friends can have a say in the sense of like he's not treating you well, like it's not working out. But in the beginning stage, let yourself figure that out.
Yeah.
You know, you're not in like a relationship. It's not like you're like, oh, we're in this toxic relationship. I'm not seeing it.
Yeah.
No, like let yourself learn this person.
Mm-hmm.
See if it's gonna work or not. Because the moment you get other voices in your head, it's gonna steer.
Oh yeah.
You know, or they're gonna tell you stories about him that you didn't know, and it just like changes your emotions and all this stuff. And it's just like, or sometimes friends are just negative because they're not in a relationship. I don't want to be around you guys because I don't want to third you because I'm not happy.
Ooh.
And it's just like, so you need to really make sure, like when you're talking to someone, you're telling me you aren't seeing it out, and I'm gonna go up to God first and talk about it, and God will tell me if there's something else. You know?
Oh yeah.
And go to Pastor Ellis if it goes any further. That's my big thing. Like I am not gonna be going to all my friends because when I did that, all the stories came out, all their opinions came out.
Yeah.
It totally steered me. Like it totally made me like, I don't want to do this. No. Like, I got the ick. Like now I'm like,
that's something I had to like really like come to terms with. Like if like last semester I made the same mistake of like telling people, I'm like, oh, I'm really interested in this person, and we've been hanging out, and da 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 da, and oh, it's their opinion. Oh, he's kind of like this, or oh, this, and I'm like, okay,
how's your mind?
Gotcha. And then it just didn't end up working out. Not only because of that, but other things clearly. But it definitely has a big impact on your decision making skills. And like this semester, I am very much under the mentality or like mindset where it's like, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna vent to God about it. And if I need human, like I have like one specific friend that I know for a fact is content and is spiritually like strong and will genuinely give me like the answers that like in the line with God. And from that, I'm like, I'm so happy. I'm like, head in the clouds. I'm ditzy. I'm like, everything's fine. But I'm genuinely like learning to really love just being by myself. And it's so fun. Like, everyone is like, oh, freshmen can't date. I'm like, freshmen can't date?
Freshmen can't. Wait, so like, I'm protected?
I have an excuse?
Yeah, no, it's the best.
Oh, yeah.
It's honestly so nice to be like,
like, I'm sorry. I really would try, but you know. Like, I was telling my mom, like, when we saw that in the handbook, it was such a chef kiss moment. Like even like recently I called her and I was like, hey mom, so is this cute guy? She's like, remember, freshman can't date. And I'm like, you're so right. You ate me up with that. You're so right. Yeah, he will. He ain't going anywhere.
And really truly like something that my dad told me is that if it's meant to be,
it'll happen.
It'll happen. He was like, God's gonna open that door regardless.
Oh yeah, you like, can't lie. You can't shut it.
What God is planning on doing. So just the famous guideline. I don't want to relax, but it's just like if it's meant to be, it will be, and it's so hard to like grasp that sometimes. We want our way, we want that person, or maybe we don't want that person, and it's like I don't want that person, but you just have to really be whatever God has planned.
Yeah.
And maybe us being submissive under God, a little period of waiting time and stuff, the test to see how we're going to get our marriage. Like, oh, can I treat my husband like can he guide me? Can he do all this stuff? Like, how are we going to know what that's like if we're not with God?
That is so true. That is so true. And I I can't top anything that you just said. So we're chilling. Yeah, let's cut the cameras. I thank you so much.
I believe all of you will find love.
You guys will. Like,
you will. Just
we're
hang
gonna,
on.
yeah.
Keep praying. Keep seeking God first. And if you're doing, someone said, if you're doing all the right things,
God will send the right person. That's so
just
true.
live. If you're doing all the right things, you're gonna live a good, blessed life.
Oh yeah.
Just
100%.
live according to that Bible and prayer.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of it.
Yeah, God will never lead you astray.
No.
Like, he'll never make a fool of himself. Like, he has to be right.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
It's God hold on to it.
Like, you know what's gonna happen. It's fine. I guess. I'll trust fall. That's so good. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate your words of wisdom every single time.
I do, yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. I love you.
I love you too.
Okay. That's a wrap.